Hello, everyone. It's nice to see all of your bright faces. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining once again for this webinar series that we conduct bi-weekly based on our new releases and new updates here at EalSuite. So I hope that everybody is settling in quite nicely for today's webinar as well. And I just want a confirmation from everyone, whoever has joined in and whoever can see my screen. I'm sharing my screen here. Today we'll be discussing about EalSuite evolution. We have introduced our basic HRM feature, then quick shortcut keys and easier, exporting features and everything. We'll be discussing about a lot of things today. So I just want a confirmation from everyone, whoever has joined. Just give me a confirmation whether I'm properly audible, whether I'm properly visible to everyone, and whether my screen is properly visible to everyone as well. Just a confirmation from anyone will do. If any one of you, if you're not able to see my screen, not able to see me properly, hear me, just if you're not able to hear me, you won't be able to give me a confirmation for sure. If you're not able to properly see me or my screen, then please write it down in the chat box, or you can use your raise hand option as well. You can use your raise hand option at any point of time whenever you're having a doubt or your query. I will cater to that doubt at the right and appropriate time. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your confirmation, Atul. Thank you very much. So I hope that for everyone, my screen is properly visible and I'm properly visible. Yes. Yes, we will be discussing about not only regarding the basic HRM features or the shortcut keys or anything like that. I'll be discussing about all of the new updates and enhancements and the issues that we have resolved in detail. All right. So buckle up, everyone. I hope that it's time to get started. Yes, so you have a Q&A feature as well. So you can write down your questions there, queries there in the chat box also. That is also available for everyone. You have the raise hand option. You can use the react options also. If you want to show any reactions, that will be really appreciated from my side. Yes, I can see plenty of messages coming in. Yes, let's get started. So once again, hi everyone, my name is Varun Krishna and I will be guiding all of you through our new updates, which was released this week. So we'll be discussing exclusively about the basic HRM feature that we had, and then the quick shortcut keys, easier exports, so many things. Let's get started. We will, first of all, as usual, we'll be looking into our release notes first. So yeah. Yes. So we have our release note here. So we'll be getting started with, yes, the first feature, that is the introduction of our HRM feature, which right now we have introduced it in a beta format. So we rolled out a simple and a user-friendly human resource management tool as beta, and I'll show you how to access it. And your partners, your service partners or your sales partners, whoever your partners are, you will, if you reach out to them, they will be able to enable this particular feature in your workspace. So that is how right now how this feature works. Then we'll be discussing about the quick keys for Tally users. Again, it has been released in a beta manner. If you love shortcuts, we introduce keyboard shortcuts for, it works a similar way how you use shortcuts for Tally. Next, delete items in bulk. If you have too many items, products, or services, you will be able to delete them all at once. So it's a real time saver. Then some of the enhancements are, you could see find stock faster. So if you go to a stock alert report, then we have added a new warehouse filter there. Then easier exports. This is a very cool update. Now you can export tables straight from the sidebar in reports. All right, I'll just show you in which all reports this is accessible, which all types of reports this will be accessible. And then keep track of changes. We've added a new feature that creates a log entry every time someone accepts a sales quotation, a purchase order, and a delivery note from their preview page itself. Then we have refreshed the top items and the top customers widget on your dashboard for quicker and cleaner insights. Then two resolved issues like no more ghost data. We have fixed that issue where deleted customers just keeps on showing up in the customer trend report. Then accurate available for production counts. In the bill of material, even if an item's quantity is given as 0, you will see the correct available for production numbers. Now we'll look in detail about those resolved issues as well. All right. So we'll go to our first update, and that is introducing the basic HRM feature. So human resource management tool is really key when it comes to an ERP software, right? And we know that. So we have released this in a beta manner. We will be further developing it more in the near future itself. And we're thrilled to launch this HRM. So in this way, you will be able to better manage and streamline your human resource process with ease. So I'll be first of all showing you which all features we have related to human resource management. So like I told you, when it comes to human resource management, first of all, you'll have to reach out to your sales partners and you'll need to request them to enable it for you to access it in any of your branches. That's the first thing. So right now for this particular workspace, I have enabled it. So you have to go to your settings. I'm selecting my first branch. And then we have a section called experimental features. Here you can go to your HRM section, and we have two branches in my workspace. So I'll be enabling it for my first branch. So you can see that the HRM has been updated successfully. We have received the message. So I'll go to my dashboard. So the page gets reloaded. And now you could see that a human resource management module has been introduced in my workspace in this particular branch. So as of now, with the different functionalities that we have with regards to human resource management, we have employees. So this is the first thing that we have worked on in human resource management. So this is a usual page you could see with regards to customers, suppliers, lead, everything. So we have the smart view here. Now, what can we do here exactly? We'll be able to create employees. That's a very important thing. So you could enter the name of the employee like Gagan, and you could provide the date of birth of Gagan. You could go like this, or you could go like this. So 1996, March 1st, that'll be the date of birth. You can select the gender, marital status, official email. So host@EalSuite.com. Let this be the official email ID. Then personal email ID, host@gmail.com. Then phone number 1, and the alternative phone number will be yes. Now, which is the date of joining? So we'll keep it as October 1st. Employee type, yes, full-time employee. If it's a part-time employee, intern, or on contract, you will be able to choose it. What is the status of that particular employee right now? Is it active, inactive, or yet to join? Then you can add the designation. Here I could see project manager. If you want to add a new role, so I could add product manager, and then the department. So I could write products as the department, and then job title as well. So again, product head or something like that. I could add the job title, and then we come to the address section. So you will be able to add the address also. I'm just adding an address here. If I want to keep my permanent address as my current address, then you can enable this checkbox. Otherwise, you have another section to add your permanent address as well. In such a way, you will be able to create your employees with all of those details. So I'm submitting, and you can see that I've created a new employee called Gagan, and all the details, essential details, are available in the smart view itself. So I can go to Gagan, and you could see the account summary details, the employee ID, the address, phone number, all of those details in a snapshot will be available here. The summary also will be available in detail. The work-related data will be present in the second section, and we have the account core details at the very bottom of your screen. All right. Now, what all can we do here? We can set reminders for this particular employee. We'll come to that. We can further edit this employee as well, all those details. That's another thing. Here, as of now, we have provided the view and the edit option. So again, if you go to the view option, you could see the section to add documents. And if you have set any reminders, as of now, we have not set any reminders. If you have set any reminders, you will be able to see it in this particular section. So under documents, see, there will be situations in which you will have to add a lot of, or you will have to associate a lot of documents against these employees. So in such situations, let's imagine I'm adding a passport here. So I've added a passport and I'm naming it as passport and I'm submitting. So we have the passport document uploaded. Now, what can we do? Imagine like this employee has joined on a date of 1st of October, and the passport renewal is an agenda according to the company. So in such situations, you can set reminders for a later date. Imagine the passport renewal is on 15th of April. Then on 1st of April, I've just set a reminder like renewal for Gagan. It's not necessary to add the name here or anything like that. And I'm keeping this reminder as private and I'm submitting. So if you go to the reminder section, you will be able to see the reminder here, and you could also see the reminders in the reminder section as well. So this is another thing with regards to the employee. And if you open this reminder in the RSB, you will be able to see further details of Gagan, that is employee with the employee ID 0002. All right. Now I'll be showing you two more sections, like if we go to our first branch and if you go to series manager, under series manager, you could see the series for employees. If you want to change the series, you can come here and you will be able to change it. And further, if you want to add any custom fields or anything like that with regards to employee, that can also be done. You can go to the custom field section and you can add a custom field for employees. You can add the field name, the text type, whatever it may be. If you want to add a default value, yes. And if you want to keep that as mandatory, you will be able to keep it as mandatory and you can submit it. So series manager, custom field, everything is eligible or can be applied against the employee as well. So that is the way in which we have just now introduced the human resource management tool for everyone to use. So reach out to your service partners and they will be able to enable it for you in your workspace. Go to your settings in which branch you want it to enable to, or you can go from, I think one important thing I have to mention is that if I select my second branch here, and if I go to settings, into the second settings, you won't be able to see your experimental features or anything like that. And for that purpose, you will have to go to your first branch and then go to the settings of your first branch. And in that settings, you will see this experimental feature section under which you could see HRM and the marketplace also at present stands as a beta feature. And we will be discussing more about the keyboard shortcuts later in this webinar. All right, I hope this is clear to everyone how the human resource management tool or the module has the way in which it is released and which all functionalities is available for all of you end users to use as of now. I hope it's clear for everyone. If there's any doubts, please ask in your chat box or in the Q&A section. All right, I'll be waiting for your responses. We will be moving on because we have a lot of things. We have a lot of information. I have a lot of information for to share with all of you. All right. So yeah. Yes, it's a very good question. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Preeti, ma'am. As of now, you will only be able to create employees, add all of those details, and associate all those details towards those employees. And I told you, right, we will be further developing this particular feature in the near future itself. So you can expect a lot of changes in that section. You can expect a lot of functionalities and features coming in under the human resource management module in the near future itself. Okay, is anyone else having any other doubts? I guess not, right? Okay, so we'll be moving into a PPT, into a second update, that is quick keys for Tally users. Again, this is another beta feature. If you love shortcuts, we've got you covered. You can boost your productivity as well. So I'll be showing you. Again, this is another beta feature. So just the way in which we have enabled human resource management. Let me just reload this page. Yes. Just the way in which we have enabled human resource management, a similar way you will have to request your partners to enable this. I go to my first branch, I go to keyboard shortcuts, and in my first branch, I'm enabling my keyboard shortcuts. So as of now, the selected layout will only be for Tally. Now, if you're using Tally and if you're migrating from Tally to EalSuite, the shortcut keys are the same. So as of now, let me just submit it. Yeah, so the keyboard setting is updated right now. So if I go to the shortcut section, you could see that we have provided shortcuts for invoice creation, purchase bill creation, journal creation, invoice and purchase payment creation, then for credit notes and debit notes. As of now, this is the set of keyboard shortcuts which will be available for you. Again, we'll be enhancing it, optimizing it based on the requirements of the customers. So reach out to your service partners. All right. So let's just simply work on this. Yeah, F8. F8, and we have an invoice creation page opened. All right. This is just a shortcut. Now let's work on F9. Purchase bill creation, easy, very easy. Journal creation, it's F7. Now I'm using a Mac. So in that case, you will have to, F7 doesn't work independently. You will have to use the function key as well. So that's one thing that you must look into. Yes. So in a similar way, I can go with F6, F5, control plus F8 and everything. And you can create credit notes, purchase, payments, invoice payments, or yeah, everything like customer and supplier payments instantly with the help of shortcut keys. So that is what we have introduced. I hope that everybody will be requesting for this particular feature and you will be trying it out. I want all of you to try it out because if you feel that for a web software like EalSuite, this is a significant leap, then I think it will be reasonable from our side to further add more shortcuts. All right. And we're also thinking about providing custom layouts for the shortcuts that the end users can select. So we're thinking like that. And I think we will be developing an enhancement of bringing in custom layouts also. So try to use it. And if there's any requirements like that, you can request your service partners for such kind of an optimization or such kind of a customization. That would be the right term to use. All right. Please use it and give your feedbacks, and then we will be working more on this. All right. I hope this is clear to everyone as well. Again, let me just emphasize on one thing. You need to come to your master branch to see your the available experimental features. And before that, you will have to reach out to your service partners to enable it here. All right. Yes. Now, if you talk about our next update, that is delete items in bulk. Tired of deleting items individually one by one. Now, EalSuite has it covered. Now we'll be able to delete multiple items, products, or servers, whatever it may be. It's a very time-saving process. And let me show you how it is done. I'm sure that most of you in this meeting right now will be familiar with how you will be able to bulk delete and bulk update various modules of our software. So we have introduced it for customers, invoices, leads, suppliers, and everything. Right now we have introduced it for items as well. And let's see if I could select all these items. I can go to options and then bulk delete. You see, 20 cannot be deleted due to various kinds of dependencies that we have, but 5 of them will be deleted. Right. So we'll take a look into which 47. Yeah. So 5 records were deleted. I'm not going into the details of which all items were deleted, but you could see that we're trying to spread this feature whole throughout our software. So that is really key. All right. And if you are having further requests like, OK, I need to have a bulk delete option on this particular bill or on this particular section or on this particular module, please reach out to your partners, or please inform this mail to EalSuite directly itself, and we will be taking a note of the kind of requirements that you're having, and then we will be trying to put in more help, put in more customizations and everything. All right, regarding this particular feature, and the way in which we'll be spreading all these features is also really key for you. All right, so let's work on that moving forward, and I hope that this feature is also, I think you'll be easily comprehensible for everyone. All right, so yes, so bulk items delete feature. That's the one we have talked about. Next, we'll be moving into our enhancement side. Find stock faster. Search for specific stocks with the help of a new warehouse filtering tool. You will be able to easily locate it and manage your inventories in a better manner. So yes, so the report that we just talked about will be going into we'll be going into our report section. So you would see that we have a bunch of records here. So right now we've spoken about a specific report, specific stock or stock alert reports. So we'll be going into a stock alert report. You can directly search here. So we have a committed stock report, stock summary, stock movement, stock in, stock out, current stock, stock validation. Then we have stock alert, aging, warehouse stock, so many reports available. Let's look into a stock alert report. And for all group, yes. Now here, this is the introduction here, all warehouse, default, Madeline warehouse. So we have multiple warehouses also. So let me take another instance where we have, this is another instance. Again, we go to our stock alert report. So in this, we have multiple branches also in this particular workspace. In this workspace, we don't have branches, so you won't be able to see the branches section here. And yes, we have multiple warehouses. So if I want to talk about this particular warehouse, I can select it and filter. So this is the availability of all the different items in this particular warehouse. And I think in this particular warehouse, we won't be able to find anything because none of the items are present. So if it's you will be able to filter it with respect to different groups, item groups. And right now we have introduced the ability to filter with warehouses as well. So that is the new update. All right. For any of the update, any of the doubts that you are having regarding the new releases, please reach out directly to your partners, reach out directly to EalSuite, or right now you will be able to ask your questions in your Q&A section or in your chat box as well. All the questions are welcomed. All right. There is no wrong questions as always. Okay, so we'll be closing that particular enhancement. Now we'll be moving into easier exports. Another very beautiful enhancement. Say goodbye to complicated data sharing processes. With our latest enhancement, you can now export tables directly from the sidebar in our reports. So sharing and analyzing data has never been simpler. Okay, so let's take a look into that. So let's go into our report section once again. And here, if we go to our day book, what a specialty. I'll be this fiscal year, I'll be filtering it for this fiscal year and for the first branch. And yes, so today, not today, I think it's 02/04/2023, we have sundry debtors. And here it is. So here you could see in the sidebar, we have three different options to export it in Excel, CSV, and you will be able to directly print it. So the advanced page section also. Input SGS, yes. Let's take this. So we have a purchase bill here with the amount of 22.66. This will be in INR. This will be the supplier name, and the transaction type is a system generated journal. We have the purchase input CGST, SGST, and the credit value for this particular supplier. Similarly, for sales also, you could see this John Doe, it's a sundry debtor. This is for the debit value. Then the sales is done. The credit is for 600. Again, a system generated journal is the transaction type, and the amount will be 708 Indian rupees. All right, so I could export it in a CSV, in Excel format, in CSV format, and I can directly take the printout in such a manner as well. So we will again take a look into, let's take a look into the Excel file. Yes, the Excel file is getting opened. Now I can open the Excel file. I'll show you the Excel file here. Yes, this is the Excel file. So we have accounts, credit, debit, narration. Yes. So this is the Excel file that we have. Save, and I think let's take a look into the. No. That was a CSV file, I think. Yes, that was a CSV file. This is the Excel file. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Excel file. And like I showed you, we'll be able to take direct printouts and share it to whoever that you want to share it, or you want to keep it in hard copy also, you will be directly able to save it. Now, I'll just show you other reports also where this comes in handy. If you go to account statements, see for John Doe, this is a detailed fuel expenses. So in account statement also, you will be able to get this for all accounts. I think for HDFC Bank alone, I'll be able to filter. And if Jayarajan is, yeah, there's a 20,000 rupees payment, which was done in an electronic transfer by Jayarajan. So we have the HDFC Bank debit amount and Jayarajan's credit amount also. So again, similarly, you will be able to, export this particular record in Excel, CSV, as well as you can take direct printouts from the sidebar. So let's go to trial balance also, advance received. The whole detail will be shown here. If you have sundry debtors, the whole detail will be shown here. So I think this is for this particular month alone. For this, I think it's for a custom range, right? So for this physical, or for this fiscal, the advance received amount is shown here. The advance paid amount is shown here. Everything you will be able to take. You'll be able to easily export it. That's the advantage of this particular enhancement that we bought in. All right. I hope it is clear. Yes, I have a question here. There are a bunch of reports in which you will be able to do it. So let's go to balance sheet then. Opening balances in balance sheet also of bank account, you will be able to obtain it. Then I think for opening balance, you won't be able to do that because in opening balance, such kind of an option is not available. If you go to different kind of ledgers, and I mean ledgers, it's a different way in which the ledgers work, right? But if you take a particular record for Nestle, it was a cash payment of 1,000 rupees. Again, you will be able to export it like this. So there are a bunch of records, first of all, available for all of you in EalSuite, and you can go into all of this. If you are able to open a sidebar regarding any of the record in that particular report, then you will be able to export it. That is the advantage. All right. That is a way in which this particular enhancement work. I hope it is clear for everyone. Please go through the different reports that you have, then provide us the feedbacks. If you're like I'm always telling, if you are having any further doubts, please reach out to me right now itself, or directly to EalSuite, or to your sales partners. All right, let's look into our next enhancement. Keep track of changes. Stay on top of every update, never miss a beat. Create a log entry whenever someone accepts. It creates a log entry, the new enhancements. When anyone accepts a sales quotation, a purchase order, a delivery note from the preview page itself, you will be able to see that and track changes effortlessly. Yes. So here, if let me just create a new sales. We'll go to the sales quotation side, and in the purchase side, we have purchase order, and we have delivery. We have debit note, sales. We'll go to delivery note as well. So here, these are all accepted quotations. So in that case, we'll create a new sales quotation where Kalyani will be the new customer. We'll keep it in a draft state itself. So I think I have associated a different base currency for Kalyani. That's the reason why this currency section is popping up. We're not going to look in detail there. I'm going to select an item, and I'm just going to give 100 rupees there. GST will be $103. You see, I've associated a different base currency with Kalyani, so that's the reason why it is showing like that. No worries. We'll save it, and then we will mark it as published. What do we do next? We can either convert it into an invoice, sales order, delivery note, pro forma, or anything like that. But before that, you'll have to share it to your customer. So you'll generate a unique link. We'll copy it, and then we will share it. So we'll do one thing. we'll open the preview bill and you can see an option. I mean, this is the view for, I think somebody has, did somebody accept it? I think I clicked on accept there. Let me see that. Yes, I just clicked on accept there. I think my thumb just touched my trackpad. Yeah, so you saw the detail there. You click on accept, you got accepted. In the previous release, we told that whenever someone accepts a quotation, you get an alert, right? You get a notification. So you could see the notification here. You have one alert, so I mark it as red. Now we'll return back. So the one update or the enhancement that we have to talk about in this particular release is regarding the log entries. So if I go to the logs section, I could see that at 8:35, Varun created this quotation for 103.00 US dollars. Then I marked it as published, right? I generated the quotation and an external user accepted the quotation. So whenever someone accepts the quotation, declines the quotations, or anything like that, a log will be created. This is a new update, and this was under the sales quotation section. Again, similarly for a purchase order also. Yeah. Again, yeah, we'll keep it in a published state itself. So let me just buy this guitar. I'm gonna buy 15 quantities for maybe 5,000. And this is the price, and let me just save it. Yeah, so it's in a pending state. So this can also be shared using to your customers. So this is a purchase order. So we'll again go to the bill view. Here, if I accept it and return back to your purchase order and reload it, it's in an accepted state. You go to the logs and you could see that I've created the purchase order. I've created the shareable link for the purchase order, and an external user has accepted it. The same thing applies for delivery note as well. You can create the delivery note here, share it. All right, so we have the notification also based on the purchase order be got accepted. So I'll just leave and mark it as red. All right, so this particular update is available for sales quotations, purchase order, and delivery note. So that was all about keep track of your changes. Next, we'll be talking about the dashboard refreshment. Experience a revamped dashboard for our enhanced insight and analysis, where we have refreshed the top item and the top customer widget, providing you quicker and clearer information to make informed decisions. So I think this is really hard for me to replicate the issues that somebody faces when some of those data doesn't get loaded properly. Imagine you're using EalSuite for almost 2 to 3 years and you have a bunch of customers and a lot of data regarding top customers and top items and some other widgets as well. So sometimes it gets some time for the information to be collected and to fetch it right into your front end. All right. When there's a bunch of data, that was an issue. So we have completely optimized it. Nobody is going to face any issues moving forward regarding your customers, items, suppliers, account balances. And I think last week we enhanced invoice and purchase and profit and loss, and also cash flow statements, such kind of widgets. We're working on it rigorously to optimize it, to improve your experience regarding EalSuite's dashboard. So that is another enhancement. So that was a final enhancement that we had. Now I'll be moving into the resolved issue section. First of all, no more ghost data. We fixed the issue where the deleted customer information gets appeared in the customer trend report. All right. So I'll just show you which report we are talking about. We can go to our report section and search customer trend report. In this particular report, even when the customers got deleted, the data was getting popped up. All right, that was the issue. Right now, you are not able to see any information, right? Yeah. Here you could see invoices, retail invoices, credit note, delivery note, sales orders, pro forma, quotations. All these data will be available in your customer trend report. And you have 3 different filters based on date, on tag, and on your branch, and you have another filter available, filter by branch or filter by tax number. Then you have all branches get shifted into your tax numbers. So yeah, and you can sort it as well based on the values and see which is your top customer based on your invoice of sales. And yeah, this is a customer trend report. Similarly, we have a suppliers trend report as well. So there was an issue that we checked, we ourselves found out, and we have resolved it. All right, and then the final one, accurate available for production count. So this comes under the bill of materials section under the manufacturing module. You'll now see correct available for production numbers even if an item's quantity is set as 0. All right, it's a very tricky one to explain, because we have the manufacturing section here, and under the bill of materials, I have created a BIM. It's called drum set, and the manufacturing item is going to be a drum set. The quantity is 2, the ratio is going to be 100, and the maximum producible quantity is 56 based on the raw material. Now, this is a very demo or a sample one. You won't be able to manufacture a drum set using a digital drum pad. No, that's not going to happen. So we have a raw material. I've added it like digital drum pad, where one quantity and the available for production will be 28. So sometimes when we add the availability of a raw material is 0 at some point, if you look at the details of the manufacturing items, under the maximum producible quantity, it was not showing the right value. That was one of the issues. So here you could see that in the bill of materials, now you can see correct available for production numbers. You could see correct available 28. Even if the maximal producible quantity was 0, it was showing NA for available for production field as well. So in the bill of materials, now you'll see correct available for production numbers, even if an item's quantity is 0. So even if an item's quantity is 0, you would see the correct available for production number rather than not applicable thing. So it was getting shown like that. That was another issue that we have resolved. All right. So I hope it is clear for everyone. We have spoken about a lot of things. Now is the time for you to ask me your doubts, but before that, we'll be just going back to our first update. It's right now your space, your time to ask me your doubts, whatever it may be. Please do it. I'll be just skimming through all the details that I just spoke of right now. First thing that we have introduced was the Basic HRM, Human Resource Management tool, in a beta format. First thing that you have to check here is you will have to reach out to your service partners and ask them to enable it in your workspace. Once enabled, go to your settings. You could see a section called experimental features. Go to the HRM section and enable it for whichever branch you want to enable it for. The experimental feature section will only be available under the master branch. You will be able to create employees, associate different types of documents, and set reminders regarding that employees. This is the functionality that we are providing right now with regards to human resource management. Next, quick keys for Tally users. Again, this is another beta feature. You'll have to request your service partners to get this. Just the way I've spoken for HRM, go to your experimental feature section, enable the feature called shortcut keys. As of now, we are providing only a single layout that is for Tally users. View the shortcuts, try to apply it, provide your feedbacks. Delete items in bulk. You will be able to go to the inventory section, select multiple items, and you will be able to delete items in bulk. Find stock faster. Under the stock alert report, now we have added another filtering option called warehouse filter. Easier exports. In different reports, if you have the ability to open your sidebar, then you will be able to directly export the details from your sidebar in Excel, CSV formats, or directly take a printout. All right. And we have implemented this for multiple reports. Please check it out. Keep track of changes. Every time somebody, an external user, accepts a sales quotation, a delivery note, or a purchase order, you could see that detail under your logs of that particular bill. Then the top item and the top customer widget has been optimized into a very greater depth, so that none of you, even if you've been using EalSuite and handling data for the last 4 or 5 years, you won't be facing any issues. Resolved issues, no more ghost data. If you go to the customer trend report, you won't see any data related to the deleted customer. And under the bill of materials, the available for production will be accurate even if the item's quantity is small. So this was the information I had to share with all of you. Now is your time to ask me your questions or your doubts. If there's any question related to software, not only regarding this particular release, you will be able to ask me. Okay, I have one question here, and it is regarding notifications. Ma'am, Preeti ma'am, in our previous release in the month of November, we have released an update where whenever somebody accepts a quotation, you will be able to get a notification. All right, you will be able to see that notification there regarding quotation, purchase order, and delivery note itself. Today we have introduced, or in this week we have introduced a feature of providing you a log entry or an activity log when somebody accepts it. So the time of accepting, if it's an external user and everything, all those details will be available from this particular release onwards, from 2nd of December 2023. Yes, beta feature means it's an experimental feature. We have not completely released it out in the open. Reach out to your service partners. They will enable it first in your workspace. So when you are purchasing or subscribing with EalSuite, you won't be able to directly get it. That is a specialty about the beta features. We will be speaking about marketplaces on a later day because we have further things to do on the marketplace side. So that is the reason why we have not yet released it. So we will be speaking about marketplaces and the different applications available in the marketplaces in the marketplace on a later release. Yes, you will be able to bulk delete customers also. Yeah, there are multiple kinds of dependencies coming in. As of now, if you're having an opening balance for any of your items, you won't be able to bulk delete it because it's a dependency, right? So you'll have to first of all change it. That's one thing that you have to take a look into. Okay, I'm going to give you a few more times. I think I've completed all the questions right now. I could see in my screen. Thank you very much. Yes, I think the webinar is done from my side. If you're having any questions, you could ask me. Otherwise, you're open to leave also. Just use all these features. This is what I recommend everyone to do. Please use these features and see how this is going to help you in your business automation part. And you can provide your feedbacks also. So we'll be working on it. If you're finding any difficulty with the UI or anything like that, please provide your feedbacks. We'll be working on it, and we will be optimizing and enhancing it on a later day. And I'll be providing you, and we'll also be providing you an opportunity to customize it. That's something that we have in our mind, and we are moving in that particular direction. So I cannot see more questions. So once again, everyone, thank you very much for joining and attending today's webinar. We will be bringing in a bunch of new updates in our next webinar as well, or in our next release as well. And corresponding to that, we will be having new webinars. So EalSuite Evolution is a series that we've been carrying it out for the past few months right now. And I hope that everybody is getting the right information at the right time itself. If there is anything new that you want to add into our software, please reach out to your service partners or directly to EalSuite and inform us. If you want anything more that I need to do in my webinars, please provide me the feedbacks also, maybe directly, or you can mail directly to EalSuite as well for that purpose. So, reach out to our support team. They will be helping you out with whatever doubts that you are having. And from my side personally, and behalf of all the EalSuite team, thank you very much for joining, and also thank you very much for using EalSuite for your business automation process. Thank you very much. We'll again meet in 2 weeks' time. Bye, everyone.